Class of 2029, parents, faculty, administrators, distinguished guests from Duke University, Wuhan University, the city of Kunshan, members of the board, and those watching online. I am here to deliver one simple message. You are extraordinary. You are extraordinary, and that made writing this speech nearly impossible. I struggled for days to figure out what I could say that would resonate with the crowd from so many different cultures, experiences, and identities. So, instead of speaking, I listened. I asked over 400 students from the class of 2029 one simple question. What is your story? At DKU, each person tells a story all their own. With only 8 people in her graduating class, friends she's known since kindergarten, this DKU student decided to leave the comfort of her hometown to explore a new chapter of her life. From Uzbekistan, one student leaves behind a family who has given him everything, determined to repay them by gaining an education stronger than any other, a global education. Another, from Mongolia, leaves behind her 2 younger sisters. As their role model, she hopes to inspire them to one day seek their own international education. In Florida, a girl parts ways with her grandfather, who is battling cancer. She knows that may have been the last time she ever saw him. She hopes to use her liberal arts education to empower underrepresented communities, just as DKU has done for her, and reverse the years of discrimination she has experienced for millions of others. From the United States, a boy who was always bullied for being, quote, foreign, didn't let his bullies discourage him from traveling across the world to DKU. He knows that while he may lose some friends at home, he will, quote, gain many, many more. And across the world, many students leave behind a country facing ongoing violence, carrying the fear with them that at any moment, the friends and family that they love could be taken from them. These stories remind us that while our paths to DKU are different, they are all marked by courage, sacrifice, and the genuine belief that education can change the world. As I look at the many peers that sit in front of me, I feel a sense of hope. In a world where wars still rage, advances in artificial intelligence outpace our ethics, and where climate change still threatens our shared future, DKU stands as a place that reminds us that we are not powerless. Because here, I see the hearts and the minds that will rise to the occasion. These are people that have learned that your new life will come at the cost of everything that you once knew. People that have learned that the world has so much more to offer than most people ever realize. People that have learned that sometimes you put a stamp in your passport just by crossing the street. Most importantly, we have learned that we are each other's teachers. There is a Chinese proverb that goes like this: 三人行，必有我师. If 3 walk together, 1 should be my teacher. It reminds us that everybody bears a unique story and perspective, and from each person you meet, there is always wisdom to gain. In the past week, as we've greeted so many new faces, I've tried to look beyond the person in front of me, not to just see who they are, but where they come from, and what I can learn from their story. And now, as I stand before you, I realize we have so much more in common than I ever imagined. In front of me, I see eyes that have watched sunsets over the Grand Canyon. I see hands that have traced the intricate tiles of Samarkand's ancient mosques in Uzbekistan. I see souls shaped by the endless vast steppe of Mongolia, where the horizon meets the sky. I see feet that have walked the volcanic islands of Indonesia. I hear voices that echo from the highlands of Ethiopia, carrying the sounds of the oldest civilizations. I see the family and friends we are leaving behind, the dreams we are chasing, and the sacrifices that brought us here. Despite the beauty of our homes, despite the people that we are leaving behind, despite the immense sacrifices we are making, and despite everything we have to lose, we are chasing our dreams and never letting them slip from our grasp. That is what it means to be a student at DKU, to be brave enough to say goodbye to the people that you love, knowing that when you return, nothing may ever be the same, to step into a country thousands of miles from home with only a backpack on your shoulders and a dream in your heart. Class of 2029, we are all so different, and that's what makes the person sitting next to you so remarkably similar. As you embark on this momentous journey, never forget where you came from and what you left behind to be where you are now, for that is what you are fighting for. As the hand of history rests on your shoulder and the weight of the future grows heavier, embrace the differences that unite us, the stories that define us, and the hope that drives us forward. Because, after all, you are the author of your own story, and that's what makes all of us truly remarkable. Thank you.